What he wants in here, a little bit of ice. He's going to need ice running through his veins and have it on tap.
Can he stay cool and do what we've just seen Mensa Suljevic do?
37.
Book the trend of the top seeds departing the scene and inflicted a 6-0 whitewash win against Big John Henderson, who struggled in the heats against a man he'd never beaten.
I was talking to Dan yesterday when Glenn was up against Daniel Lawson, and I gave him a little puzzler, and that was, if you were a neutral and you wanted to see any game at the World Match Play that involved Glen Durrant in round one, who would you put him up against in the top 16 for firework factor?
It's a really interesting question, isn't it? I mean, the obvious answer is Michael van Gerwen, because the only time they met, Durrant won.
Is that your answer?
I think I'd have to go down that route, yes.
Well, Dan fancied this one. He fancied Gezi Price. Well, he didn't the match play, but this is still a fabulous title to get your name on, to be the first person to win it. It's not going to be MVG, it's not going to be Snakebite Wright. Could it be someone else who's tasted European Tour glory? Could it be Ian White, who carves his name on the first Czech Open trophy? 74 for Glenn. That is a perler of a treble 14. And boy, are those darts going in with some purpose.
58. Well, he
was close, but not close enough. Same goes for Price on that treble 20.
88. Plainly requires 16.
Does a returns with 3 clear at double.
Very close on the first two. Very close on all 3, but not close enough.
Could go 2 doubles now. Yes, double 18, 4 double top.
56.
But he remained cool there, Gerwyn Price. The dart on the floor didn't trouble him. He knew exactly what he needed to do. Switched straight away. That was a very, very good attempt.
That one is successful from Duzza, though. I've got to ask the question as well, is it Duzza, or when he hits a double, is it Duzzar? It's a nice ring to it, isn't it? May just save that one for when he hits the big finishes. I'll tell you a little story about a game I played last year against Danny Nopper about bounce outs. This one is something that kept me up for nights.
95.
I had 61. I went for the 25, bounce out.
96.
Went for the 11, hit the 11. Went for the bull, bounce out. Couldn't believe it. And then Danny chipped 64 to win 6-5. Bounce outs can really cost you. Yeah, that's more like it. Welcome to the game, Gezi.
That's the way he likes it. He must
55.
just be wondering why it has taken him so long to settle into this match.
Well, a lot of the darts that Gezi's thrown in this match haven't been poor. They've just been maybe 3 or 4 millimetres out.
He has had a couple that have bounced out of the treble 20 and a couple that have fallen from other segments as well, but
100.
what Durrant did very well was made the most of Price's lacklustre start.
Well, you've got to do that, because if he's on song, he can be almost unplayable. Now imagine, if you will, both of these guys playing their A+ game against each other, potentially over 19 legs at Blackpool. I'll have a bit of that cake, please. On a nice little plate with a silver fork.
57.
Well, Price not quite as handy after 9 darts as he was in the previous leg, but he has given himself a chance to cancel out that break of throw.
94. Going to require 130.
Oh, I like that switch. He's going to have to rely on a miss from Gezi. A miss that isn't coming. Ball. Oh, that one was an 18 wire.
Going to require
But it's a miss all the same. And Durrant is looking to cash in on the 112. He hasn't had a bounce out in this game. Gezi's had 4. Redbit. Oh, he bent that wire. You see that?
Going to require
We know
50.
Price would rather have the dart in 10 than he would have in 18, which is why he goes there and gets the chance to go for double top. If he hits it, you can see it as a happy accident.
Six leg going to front first.
Oh, come on, folks. Don't boo what you paid to see.
Well, however loud they scream, Gerwyn Price is on a one-man mission to prove that he can scream louder.
Yeah, I reckon he'd make a pretty good town crier, Gezi. Wonder what he would say. That!
The Iceman's in town, all right.
I've had some stick on Twitter, you know, Murph, about the fact that I've said Gezi's good for the game. I like everybody to be different. I don't want everybody to be the same.
I agree.
So what's fun about that?
I agree. It's all about characters, individual sport, about excellence, but also about attitude. And we do love to see the characters, different styles.
And you get the people on social media saying, well, certain things. And here's the thing, you've got an opinion about him. He has got that opinion from you. So he's done his job.
Yeah, it gets you talking. Durrant, a man who likes to let his darts do the talking.
Yeah, very much so. Glen's not a big celebration guy, but he has got one in the locker, and we haven't seen it yet. It's the Dozer Shuffle. He usually saves it for a 170 or a 161.
Well, Iceman Price is back on 130, which is where he was exactly after 9 darts in the previous leg.
65.
Another seasoned switch to the bull. Waiting again for the 130 to be missed. It's the bull again. Last time he went for this, he hit the wire. Not this time.
7 leg Glen to front first. Game on.
I could watch these two play darts forever. This is such a good game. So entertaining. It's like that little office gizmo that they had in the 80s with the 5 ball bearings going backwards and forwards. You just can't take your eyes off it.
Gezi Price was struggling at the start of this match. We've seen the legs there from Glen Durrant, who was playing decent stuff to go 3-0 ahead, but Price was languishing in a below 80 average, and he's upped his game to some level
96.
to tie this up at 3 apiece. And you said, how good would it be to see these two playing at their best? It might be starting to happen.
Well, 38 darts for that 3-leg blitz. That's, funny enough, the second best we've seen today in a 3-leg blitz. But it's world class all the same.
80.
Does average has been around that all match, hasn't it?
That's what he
Price
does.
has Stuck. Almost 20 points on his.
Instead of having Dozer as his nickname, you might as well call him Mr. Consistent, because that is what he does.
Well, he's going to have to send it back to somewhere near where it was yesterday to shake off the Welshman now, who has managed to fire himself up and fire himself back into the match.
You get the feeling this is a very big leg for Glen, because it's on his throw and he's looking to stop the rock, but Gezi looking to pounce. Well, if Glen can hit this, this will be Titanic.
Well, the timing from Price was exceptional.
Oh, he fancied that. He really did. That was a perler of a marker on dart 1.
96.
And he gets the
Going
feeling
require 40.
that it's going to be 4-3 Price.
Double 10.
Game Sean is 7.
He's turned it around, and you have to give credit to Gerwyn Price. He shouted and screamed and
Going to throw first.
forced his way in front, but it's been done with an exceptional standard of sharp shooting.
Game on.
Shake of the head from Duzza. He was feeling good. He was feeling comfortable.
Well, I think a lesser player would have wilted, not in the heat,
90.
but to the standard and the consistency of Glen earlier in the match, because he was bossing it, he was taking advantage of slips from Gerwyn Price, but just like you've got to tip your hat to Glen at the start of the match, you've got to tip your hat to Gezi for going 4 perfect legs against one of the best players in the world, and make no mistake, Glen is one of those.
140.
How does he stop the rot when Gerwyn seems to have found his range and isn't saying goodbye to his scoring boots? This is toe-to-toe stuff. Saturday night darting at its best. Oh, and a slip from Gezi. Needed a single 20 to leave that 170. And Glen's got to do some switching of his own. Another needed. Gets it.
138.
It's quite remarkable what Price has done in this match. From 3-0 down, he's kind of managed to bully his opponent. But from 3-0 behind, is Duzza going to stand up to him?
He's disappointed with that second dart and the third. Regardless of what he hit, he still needed mistakes from Price. And I feel like I've said that a lot in the last few legs. It's the scoring ability of Price that's put him in this position. You don't find him down here very often. But it's 32 left. It's nothing left. It's 5 straight against Duzza. What a performance.
Well, what a surge. What a run of legs from Gerwyn Price here. Put himself 5-3 in front.
Well, he's the kind of guy, you just fight fire with him sometimes. He comes back with more fire and he doesn't melt.
Well, 2 of them in 4 visits. The other 3 in 5. That kind of standard sustained will win you most games of darts.
What's really odd is he had those bouncers earlier in the match, and ever since he started winning legs, they've disappeared. Does Durrant believe that he can go a 3-leg blitz of his own to take this match away from the Welshman?
Well, he's still got a higher average, but it's because of the start of the match.
Averages lie.
Oh, certainly. I mean, just cancel the first 3 legs for Gerwyn Price.
I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be very honest right now. Not every game you commentate on the European Tour is a classic. But there are certain battles that you just don't want to stop.
59.
I love watching these two go at it.
Require 124.
Now, to hold one of 2 times that he needs. He needs to sandwich it with a break. He has
92.
left 32. An exemplary leg from Duzza.
Another timely max from Price. Not to be.
134.
Nonchalant to the final dart into the treble 18.
That's the word, nonchalant.
Game Sean and I.
Professional is what I'd call that 32 from Glen.
Game on.
Now he has to strike on the Price throw. I get the feeling that whoever wins this leg wins the match. And that may seem a bit silly, but what I'm saying is if Duzza wins this leg, I think he'll get the last one as well, but it's far more unlikely now after that Gezi max.
Well, he is in the zone, isn't he? Whatever it is, wherever it is, he's found it.
58.
He must be up there feeling like he cannot miss right now. And he's not missing much. He's not missing anything. Oh my.
He's gone from being public enemy number one to being Mr. Popular. And how to win friends and influence people, it's pretty simple.
He was 3-0 down and averaging 77, Paul. Where has this come from?
Going to require 141.
From the ashes, he's on it. Double 12. Bingo! 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 Gives them the match and the $9 to Gessie Price.
It's perfect from Price in Prague. And Gerwyn Price has pulled himself back up off the canvas, 3-0 down against Glen Durrant, and fired in a perfect leg to win 6-4. Incredible stuff from the Iceman, and 9-darter, and he moves through to the final day. We'll be back with a couple more matches. Top that, Edwin Lewis, Jamie Hughes.